friends, welcome to our channel How I Learn Russian Language. You all are aware that presently we are preparing series of videos on accusative case of Russian language. This is our 6th video on accusative case in Russian language. In this video, the another important use of accusative case in Russian language is discussed, that is how to indicate time in accusative case. In Russian language, there are 6 to 7 terms which are used to indicate time in accusative case of Russian language. This is our important use of accusative case, as many times we have to use these time indicating terms in our daily conversation. So let us continue with Vijay for learning those important expressions used in accusative case for indicating time. Please keep watching this video. Thank you.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel How I Learn Russian Language. Привет, друзья! Добро пожаловать на мой канал Как я изучаю русский язык. This video is about accusative case, and this video is prepared specially for how to indicate the time using accusative case. Now, as far as accusative case is used, we have already studied the accusative case of nouns, pronouns, adjectives. Okay, now one of the important aspect of accusative case that we are going to see today is the time indication in accusative case. For indicating time in accusative case, there are certain expressions. Now those expressions are za skolka vremeni, na skolka vremeni, как долго, как часто, через, назад, and когда with respect to days of the week, then недели. Now when these terms comes in your conversation or you are writing, whenever, that time you have to use the accusative case of noun for indicating how much time, basically the time indication, like for 1 year, for 1 minute, for 1 hour, for few hours. Then like that, these terms are used in the accusative case for indicating the time. First term is za skolka vremeni, na skolka vremeni. За сколько времени is in how much time. If you are doing some work, then in how much time you have done some work, or how much time will it take you for completing that work. Okay, how much time you will take for reading the book, or in how much time you have finished that reading of the book. So for that inquiry, this za skolka vremeni is used. Na skolka vremeni means how long you are going to stay here. Okay, how long you are doing this work. So like that, na skolka vremeni is used for that, for how long. Then как долго, how long means how much time, for how much time you are waiting for me, how much time you have waited for me. Then как часто, how often you do anything, how often you go to library, how often you go to the park, like that. Then через, the next term is через for indicating time in accusative case. Через is after some time, means after how much time he will be here. Somebody will come here after say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So after that, after some time period, that to indicate that через term is used. And nazad is back. Через is the future and nazad is the ago. How many days ago, how many hours ago, how many minutes ago certain things has happened. How to say that will come in the nazad, in the time indication by accusative case. And когда with respect to the days of the week. Во понедельник, во вторник, во среду, во четверг, во пятницу, во субботу. So these are the terms. Those are coming in accusative case for time indication. I have the examples of each of these expressions. We will go through those expressions through the sentences. We will try to learn this concept of the time indication in accusative case. Let us start. First term here is za skolka vremeni. Za skolka vremeni, in how much time or how long it took, or how long it will take. How long it took or how long it will take for doing certain activity. За сколько времени. The first example is за сколько времени ты написала текст. Means in how much time you have finished the writing of that text. Я написал текст за 2 часа. Я написал текст за 2 часа. After за, the term will come in the accusative case. За 2 часа. Second is за сколько времени ты выучил стихотворение. Means in how much time you have finished learning the poem. So я выучил стихотворение за 30 минут. Я выучил стихотворение за 30 минут. Now за 30 минут, за 2 часа. These are the all time indications which are coming in accusative case. Okay, to answer this question, за сколько времени? За сколько времени ты прочитал статью? Я прочитал статью за час. In 1 hour I have finished reading of that article. За сколько времени он сделал эту работу? Okay, how much time it took for him to finish this work. So we can observe this za skolka vrimeni, this term is coming either in perfect past tense or either it's coming in perfect future tense, where the result is expected, in how much time the result has arrived or in how much time the result will come. So that for that purpose za skolka vrimeni is used. Za skolka vrimeni ons dielal etu rabatu, ons dielal etu rabatu za vosim chasov. He has done, he has finished his work in 8 hours. Za vosim chasov. On dielal etu rabatu za vosim chasov. Za skolka vrimeni ti prachitayesh etu knigu. In how much time you will finish it? Ti prachitayesh, prachitat. This is here perfective aspect. Perfective aspect of chitat is used with its conjugation. So it's a perfect future tense. Za skolka vrimeni ti prachitayesh etu knigu. Ya prachitayesh etu knigu za chitire chasa. I will take hardly 4 hours to finish that book. За сколько времени он перевел эту статью? За сколько времени он перевел эту статью? Он перевел эту статью за 10 часов. In 10 hours he has translated that article. So these are the 6 examples of за сколько времени. Now we will continue further with на сколько времени. Okay, for how long? На сколько времени. Now this we have finished. За сколько времени we have finished. Now we'll go to на сколько времени. I hope this is clear to you how to say за сколько времени in how much time or how long. So these are the examples of за сколько времени. Now we'll go to next term на сколько времени. Okay, the first example of на сколько времени. На сколько времени we приехали в Moscow. На сколько времени is a term. На сколько времени is a term which is used for asking for how long you will be staying here, for how long you have come here, so for how long you will be here. На сколько времени вы приехали в Москву. Мы приехали в Москву на 1 год. Мы приехали в Москву на 1 год. Приехал and приехали, these are the verbs of motion, and that is why here в Москву, so here the accusative case is used, and на 1 год. Мы приехали в Москву на 1 год. We have arrived in Moscow for 1 year. Okay. Next example is я взял книгу на неделю. Now this is я взял книгу на неделю. Means I borrowed this book for 1 week. So this sentence is answering the question на сколько времени ты взял книгу. На сколько времени ты взял книгу. So for how much time you have borrowed this book? Я взял книгу на неделю. And what is the meaning of that? Я взял книгу на неделю. Я буду читать книгу неделю. So I will read that book for 1 week. Я буду читать книгу неделю. Second, он взял роман на 1 день. He has borrowed that magazine for 1 day. So на сколько времени он взял роман? So the answer to that is он взял роман на 1 день, which is this sentence, and он будет читать роман 1 день, means he will complete that reading of that novel in 1 book. Туристы приехали в Санкт-Петербург на неделю. For 1 week, tourists arrived in Saint Petersburg, the famous city of Russia, the cultural capital of Russia. На сколько времени туристы приехали в Санкт-Петербург? На сколько времени туристы приехали в Санкт-Петербург? Туристы будут в Санкт-Петербург неделю. Means when we say туристы приехали в Санкт-Петербург на неделю, that also means that туристы будут в Санкт-Петербург неделю. Okay, when we say that tourist has arrived in Saint Petersburg for 1 week, that also means they will remain in Saint Petersburg for 1 week. So these are the examples of на сколько. How to use that? На сколько времени вы приехали в Москву? Я приехал в Москву на 1 год. These are the examples of на сколько времени. Now we will continue with как долго, как часто, через, назад, and когда. The next example is как долго. So как долго, usually it answers in 2 ways. Весь вечер, весь день, or цели день, цели месяц. These 2 words are used to answer как долго. Как долго, either весь or цели. Весь and цели. 2 words are used to express как долго. And как часто, каждый день, каждый год, каждую неделю. So we will continue with как долго, examples of как долго. Как долго or сколько времени. Okay, сколько времени, как долго. For how long you have continued doing something. For how long you have read. For how long you are there in the library. For how long you have played on the ground. So like that как долго or сколько времени. Как долго вы занимались в воскресенье? Kagdolga can also be replaced with Skolka Vrimeni. Skolka Vrimeni vis animalis vavascrisenie. Yas animalsia ves den. Okay, that is the answer to this. Yas animalsia ves den. Yas animalsia ves vecer. Kagdolga tis dalminia. Yas dal tibia ves vecer. Yas dal tibia ves vecer. Kagdolga on bilva bibliotheke. Kagdolga or Skolka Vrimeni on bilva bibliotheke. On bilva bibliotheke ves den. How long he was there in the library? He was there in the library for 1 day. Kagdolga or Skolka Vrimeni on bolel. On bolel, Skolka Vrimeni. Kagdolga on bolel means how long he was ill. He was ill. How long he was ill? On bolel. Siu nidieliu. Skolka Vrimeni ui igrali na gitare. Ves den ya igral na gitare. The whole day, entire day, I was playing the guitar. So this is Kagdolga, Skolka Vrimeni. How long that we have seen ves, examples of ves. Now we will go to examples of Seli. We will see Kagdolga with Seli. So for Seli, I have these 3 examples. Ana zanimalas Seli den. Then whole day she was occupied. Okay, now Seli then this answers, this term answers the question. Kagdolga ana zanimalas or Skolka Vrimeni ana zanimalas. Ana zanimalas Seli den or Seli metsias. Now Seli can also be used Ana zanimalas Seli metsias, or you can name the month also. Ana zanimalas Seli invar, Seli fevral, Seli mart, like that. Now Seli vecer yas dal tibia. Skolka Vrimeni ti dal menia. So the answer to that is Seli vecer yas dal tibia. Seli vecer. Okay, ves vecer or Seli vecer yas dal tibia. Ani jili va Moskve Seli god. Skolka Vrimeni ani jili va Moskve. Okay, that answers the question. Ani jili va Moskve Seli god. So ves and Seli, these 2 words are used to answer this question. Kagdolga. But only when the nidela comes, it will be Siu nidieliu. Otherwise, ves vecer, ves den, ves metsias, ves god, Seli god, Seli metsias. So these are the examples of Kagdolga. So we have seen these 3 terms in the accusative case for indicating the time period. Now we will go to Chirez, Nazad and Kagda. Now Chirez term is used for indicating in how much time? For future. This is for indicating the future time. Okay, future time required for some activity. Chirez, when that particular incident will happen. So Chirez, that is okay. Kagda vi akoncite universitet. Ya budu akonchat universitet Chirez god. Kagda vi paidete va direvni. When will you go to village? Kagda vi paidete va direvni. Moi paidem va direvni. Chirez nidieliu. Chirez nidieliu. Here this is the accusative case. Nidelia has changed to nidieliu. Kagda ani paidut na rodinu. Ani paidut na rodinu Chirez palgoda. In the half year's time or 6 months time. Kagda ti dashmane journal. Ya dam tibe journal Chirez minutu. Now see here, Chirez minuta has changed to minutu. Chirez nidieliu. Vadirevnu. Like this, you have to pay the attention to the changing of nouns in accusative case. Chirez minutu, Chirez nidieliu, Chirez palgoda, Chirez god, Chirez den, Chirez metsias, Chirez chas. Kagda budut examini. This is the favorite questions of students. Kagda budut examini. Examini budut Chirez metsias. Okay, examini budut Chirez metsias budut examini. So similar constructions are there of ya pozvani Chirez chas. I will definitely call you in 1 hour. On budet doma Chirez chas. He will be definitely reaching home in 1 hour. Moi paluchim pismo Chirez den. In 1 week we will receive the letter. So in this way Chirez is used for future time indication, and now Nazad is a past time indication. Ago, how many days ago, how many days before. So this is before and this is after. Chirez is after and Nazad is before or ago. We will continue with the Nazad. Kagda on prishol suda means when he arrived here. So on prishol suda minutu Nazad. Kagda ti zautrakal, ya zautrakal chas Nazad. Kagda ani bili va Moskve, ya ani bili va Moskve. Mesets Nazad. Mesets Nazad ani bili va Moskve. Kagda vi priyekhali va Indi. Kagda vi priyekhali va Indi. When you arrived in India, moi priyekhali va Indi. Palgoda Nazad. Okay. Half year back we arrived in India. On начинал изучать русский язык 2 года назад. This is the examples of Chirez. Now we'll see когда with respect to then nideli, how to say in accusative case. So we are continuing with the time indication in accusative case. Now our last case is when to how to say kagda in the accusative case as far as the days of weeks are concerned. Now we'll say etat. Why etat means in this week wo etat panidelnik. Kagda budet was den rozdeniya, moy den rozdeniya budet wa etat panidelnik, wa etat tornik, wa etu sridu, wa etat четверг, в эту пятницу, в эту субботу, в этот воскресенье. Когда будет ваш день рождения, мой день рождения будет в этот воскресенье. Similarly, когда будет, когда он пойдет на экскурсию в следующий понедельник. Когда он пойдет на экскурсию в следующий вторник. Он пойдет на экскурсию в следующий вторник. Когда он пойдет на экскурсию в следующую среду. Similarly, я пойду в школу в следующую среду, в следующий четверг, в следующую пятницу, в следующую субботу, в следующее воскресенье. Следующий, the next week, this week, этот, and the last week. That last week we will see now. So когда будет в следующий понедельник, with in respect to the next next Monday, в следующий понедельник, в следующий вторник, в следующую среду, в следующий четверг, в следующую пятницу, в следующую субботу, в следующее воскресенье. Now we'll see the прошлое, that is the last week. Okay. Прошлое понедельник, прошлое вторник. The past tense is like this. В прошли понедельник, в прошли вторник, в прошлую среду, в прошли четверг, в прошлую пятницу, в прошлую субботу, в прошлое воскресенье. So this is the past tense. Now we have seen в этот, в следующий, и here the в прошли. The past tense. Недель. Now what type of questions it will answer? Когда он был здесь? When he was here. Он был здесь в прошлый понедельник. Last Monday he was here. Он был здесь в прошлый вторник. Он был здесь в прошлую среду. Okay, last Wednesday he was here. Когда он был здесь в прошлый четверг. Когда он был здесь в прошлую пятницу. And когда он был здесь в прошлую субботу и в прошлое воскресенье. So this way it will answer the questions about the past week. Okay. Когда вы последний раз ходили в кино? Последний раз мы ходили в кино в прошлую субботу. So this is how it answers the question. So this is how it answers the questions about the past. Okay. So this is about the kagda in case of accusative case time indication. This week, last week, and the coming week. So these three terms we have studied. Now the final remaining is kak chasta, how often. That is how it answers in the time indication accusative case. That we will take a look quickly. Kak chasta vizani mahiti asnarabottu. या zaнимаюсь каждый день means how often. Okay, how often you are occupied in the work. So I am occupied with work. Okay, каждый день, almost every day I am occupied with work. Я занимаюсь на работу каждый день. Как часто вы читаете журнал? Как часто вы читаете? How often you read the magazine? Я читаю журнал каждую неделю. So every week, каждую неделю я читаю журнал. Как часто вы будете в ресторане? How often you go to the restaurants? Каждую субботу мы будем в ресторане. Каждую субботу. Как часто вы получаете деньги? Каждый месяц я получаю деньги. So this is about как часто, how often. In this video, we have seen how the time is indicated in accusative case. In these 5 expressions, za skolka времени, na skolka времени, как долго, как часто, через, назад, and когда in terms of weekdays. This is all about the time indication in accusative case. Okay, please keep watching. Please like and please subscribe to my channel How I Learn Russian Language. This is I am sharing my experiences when I learned Russian language. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. Thanks for watching this video. That's all from Vijay. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to my channel and press bell icon for receiving notification. Thanks for watching. Thank you.